Hello, it's us, not your regular Dino cast. Well, maybe it is if you're from 2019, but I am the oncoming storm, Ben Rosenthal, and I'm joined here by former co-host and original man about town,
The pre-COVID guy.
Dan McGuinness is joining us this show. And it wouldn't
Hello.
be a Hack the Dino reunion show of the original cast members if it weren't for Braden Dixon. Also here.
Hello, how is everybody doing?
Braden, your hair disappeared there
Woo!
through the magic of green screen.
That's
You're
because
like
I got
Jim
the camera
Carrey in the mask.
tilted down.
The power of Grayskull. It's
The power of love.
But we are Hack the Dino. This has been, or it is, video game podcast where we talk about the past, present, and future of video games, news, previews, and discussions. And tonight is our last stream of 2023. We're going to be going through the year that was, a roundup, if you will, Dan.
Look, Dylan in the bloody chat says, I thought Dan was dead. I nearly did die though recently of COVID.
And we're going through 2023's video games.
And more
stuff.
fun stuff soon.
Was I supposed
Wow.
was I supposed to say something?
No, that's fine. But Dan, what's happening? What's going on? What you been doing?
What have I been doing?
Yeah, your main things.
My main things, doing the shop, still working for Catalyst Games.
So firstly, what's the shop?
The shop is Greenlight Comics.
Oh, what do you sell at Greenlight Comics?
Comics.
Oh, wow.
Comics and I help King Kaiju sell some toy dinosaurs and shit. And that's about it really. Comics and and other people's old toys.
Sounds good to me.
And so if you want to, if you don't know who that is or what that is, we've got up on the screen now. Come down to, if you live in Adelaide, come down to 18 Stevens Place and check out me and Braden. He works there.
Yo, yes I do.
Ben doesn't.
No.
He just cooks these beans of this plant.
But I do often come in and purchase stuff from your fine establishment.
Yeah, true.
Like comics.
Mm-hmm. And other people's old toys.
No. Usually I get them direct from the source.
Direct.
Yeah.
Oh, who are you? Some sort of like toy Nazi mafia man?
What?
I think the middle word there was accidentally slipped in.
Yeah, I did not see that coming. Braden,
Hi.
what are you been doing with your bad self?
I've been working at Greenlight Comics.
Oh, wow. Tell us about that.
It's good. It's a good time. I don't need to plug Greenlight Comics
I've been
anymore.
working less and Braden's been working more.
It's been real great for me, honestly. I'm very white.
Same.
Me too.
Yeah.
And
Show-
I've got a
Showing your
shaved
privilege,
head.
mate.
Yeah.
I've got a shaved head, so
I'm
therefore
gonna
I'm
adjust
the
that.
most generic member of the cast.
Don't mind me.
Why does that make... Do you find that a shaved head is the most generic haircut?
Yeah, absolutely. Beard, shaved head, white guy. It's like default.
Do you find it because, like, is it 50% of the population starts to bald, so they just, like, shave it off? Because it is the best option.
That's 100%.
100% the best option. I saw a photo of you in there with Stan Lee, and I'm like,
Yeah.
God damn. Ben had some hair there. Like,
When we started the show, I had hair.
both things died in that photo. Your hair and
Stan Lee's
Good
long
old
before
mate
it.
Stan.
yeah,
No, as soon as I saw the
both
solar
things
panel,
in that photo are now dead.
yeah, the little solar panel made an appearance in a photo. So I decided, yep, coming off. I always said that if it was ever going
Did
away.
like the flash in the photo, like this reflected and ruined the whole shot, and you're like, oh, maybe it's time.
No, it was. I had a photo taken. I was playing with my nephews and nieces, and my sister took a photo of it and showed me the photo. I was like,
Oh, just of your
I
your
was like,
solar panel.
what's that? And then here's a little bit of skull picking through, and I went,
Oh, so
okay,
you-
that's coming off.
You didn't know at that time.
No, I had no idea.
You just thought that you had like the thickest, like Fabio hair, and then you're like,
I thought I put Vegeta to shame.
oh shit. And you're really Tenon. What's his name? Oh, Krillin.
Krillin.
You're Krillin.
Yeah, I'm actually Krillin. That's why I don't have a nose.
Yeah, true.
Dan.
How do you smell?
Poorly. I haven't showered. You also have jumped into the realm of game development.
I have. I've landed a little gig as art director over at Catalyst Games, which is a little studio in Adelaide that usually like they started doing like educational games and stuff like that, and they've just moved into like making like full-fledged games and stuff.
Educational games like Mario was missing.
No, like more stuff like you do. They do a couple of things. They do workshops on how to build games that schools can like get these guys to come in, and it's a really good thing. Like learn how to use Unity and Blender, like for like young kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good like workshop, and like anyone of any age could, if you want to get into game dev, it's a really good workshop just to go to and work out how to do it.
Dan, you remember Michael Towns, don't you?
I'm aware of him.
I think he's just come up with a brilliant Monkia for you. Michael Towns in the live chat over at twitch.tv/Hack The Dino has just said, Dan is now Adelaide's version of Kojima, and I am one here for it. So from here on in, Dan McGuinness is now Adelaide's Kojima.
Is there a way I can put my name and his name together, like Dajima or
Dojima?
If we fusioned,
Fusion.
me
Yeah.
and Kojima, who would we be?
Dojima.
Because clearly my ego would be on top because I'm so good.
I don't know. Like,
I know.
we're going against Kojima. I think it's
Danjima or
Dan
like
Jima?
Kodan.
Kodan.
Kojdan?
Ko-
Kojdan.
We'll work on it. Anyway,
Kojdan.
what's this on the screen we can see?
Oh yeah, so this is this the trailer, Braden?
Yeah.
This is the trailer of the game I was talking about with Catalyst Games. It's called Dungeons and Dining Tables. It's basically a cozy RPG where you go out and you dungeon crawl for furniture, and as you put the furniture in your house, that's your stat system, and like matching sets of furniture do more, attack things and stuff like that.
So like their buffs, like
yeah.
what you have in there is.
And they can do other stuff as well, kind of thing. It's procedurally generated, and yeah, it got shown at PAX this year. There was had meetings with like Sony and a whole bunch of other what are they called, publishers, including like Devolver Digital and all stuff like that. And yeah, it's just going along. We just wanted to hear that.
Looks great.
This is very early, so this is I have beautiful concept artists as well that are working on this.
Yeah.
And it's great. And I have a really, really talented 3D team. And yeah, working with these crazy talented people and trying to get them to do stuff is pretty cool.
Is there anywhere we can go to follow it?
Yeah, so there is a Discord. That Discord is really popular, and
Cool.
their TikTok is really popular. I assume you just look up Dungeons and Dining Table. Have you found it, Braden?
There's a massive link in the chat right now.
What's that to?
That's to the Discord.
No, it says YouTube.
It's through the YouTube.
Oh, okay. Been doing that. It's been really, really fun. And I took that job because I always like trying to get some more knowledge on working on my game. Because
which we'll talk about.
I was hitting some hurdles, and I needed a little bit of help. So
we're going to talk about your game shortly.
Cool.
Shortly, we'll give.
This is a gaming podcast. I expected it'll be 1 hour of talking about my game.
Well,
No.
you know what they say about expectations. It's good to have them, and
I also, if you just heard that cough, I'm coming out of long COVID, so I apologise for anyone who doesn't like listening to coughs.
oh well, we're the Australia's #1 coughing podcast, so you're in luck.
Cool.
No, sorry, choking. I always get those two mixed up. I
yeah.
always.
I was going to say you've beaten
choke.
Coffin Weekly.
Yes.
I never miss an episode with
Vampires' favorite podcast. Again, a lot of just integrating good SEO.
integrating
optimization.
jokes that just work so well.
What? All right, but we are here to recap the year that was 2023, and my goodness, what a year it was. Dan, do you want to kick off what happened in January 2023?
Yeah, I've got a list here. I'm going to read this off
Oh,
my
and
phone.
I also forgot to mention at the top of the show, we are announcing the awards this show as well. You were able to go over to hackthedino.com and vote in the Goatsy Awards, where you could choose the game of the sexy year. Of course, last year it was won by the floppy game. But this year, who knows? Who will be the Goatsy holder? You'll find out soon, as well as many other awards.
That name has to change.
No, it's great. I think you coined it. So
Oh, did I? Shit.
yes. All right, Dan, what happened in January?
Okay, in January this year, Google Cloud streaming service Stadia closed, with all hardware and software purchases being refunded. I thought this happened years ago. Seriously, I actually did. I thought this happened when I was on the show.
Yeah,
full
well,
time.
I remember us talking about it and it's going, yeah, this isn't going to survive.
Do you remember like my hit prediction was it was going to be the next big thing? That was
it?
Yeah. Do you remember
I
that,
thought you said I was going
Braden?
to visit the graveyard.
No. Early on, I was like, you watch, you will be fucking, you'll be, it's gonna be wicked. And now there are actual services like this that are awesome that no one talks about.
Like what?
There's the
NVIDIA GeForce Now.
That's it. The Nvidia one. It's crazy.
What have they got?
Well, Nvidia. How do you say that word?
NVIDIA, yeah.
Nvidia.
NVIDIA GeForce Now.
In GeForce Now, you can sign up to that, and basically, you can play your games through their servers, which have bonkers computers on them. And so, you know how what are those what is the best graphics card at the moment, Braden? Like a
4090.
A 4090, so an unattainable graphics card. So it plays them on these computers like of that ilk and streams it to you in high def, just like Netflix. And so they're like, you don't have to have a good computer. You can just play off our servers with our computers.
But what if you got really bad Australian internet?
Well, if you can play Netflix, you can play this thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of the gist of it.
Like, it's not about like big bandwidth. It's just because it's not the computer power. It's just it's just pushing out the picture, and Nvidia's like a good company.
Yeah,
Like,
well, they made the Switch. Well, the chips inside the Switch.
oh, I didn't know that. And when I saw that, because what's his name? Skill Up talks about him all the time.
Yeah, he's sponsored by him sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, and when I was looking into it, I'm like, this is crazy. But I think people are still scared to let go of buying the game.
Yep.
And shit like that. Like,
I recently had a discussion with Jasmine. She didn't realize that you're not purchasing the game when you buy it on streaming platforms or DVDs or movies. You're actually only hiring it, and the company can take it away whenever they want, and you don't get a refund. And since then, she's been buying VHSs and DVDs.
VHSs?
Yep. She's just
does
grabbing them all.
she have a VHS player?
Yes, I do, in there.
Nice.
On my CRT TV.
Oh.
Because sometimes I feel like I need to go back to the 90s and just walk in there and turn on my CRT and just have that, the sound the old CRTs used to make.
Yep. Like
Just-
the static.
Yep.
Going across the screen. And you
Yep.
can rub your hand on it if you're quick enough and get a noise, even louder.
Yep. It's great.
Yeah, the other day I fired up the old VHS and the mate was over and we watched some old, like, really old skate videos. Like, not super old, but like VHS era. So, like, stuff with Bam Margera when he was a kid and he wasn't like what he is now. And, the old Landfall videos and CKY videos. And we had a great time. And, like, pausing and fast forwarding when we didn't want to watch something. It was like, I got a really good VHS player. I just, like, landed on it and I didn't even know it was good. And now it still works perfectly. And everyone's like, that was the best VHS player. And I've got one.
Sounds like a Dan thing.
So
Just
just
landed on a good VHS player.
for the audio listeners, we're currently seeing a video NVIDIA put out where they got people to test a computer with a 3060 Ti in it and a computer with actually nothing in it. It was actually just a Chromebook playing it the whole time via...
Oh, they didn't know?
Yeah, via their cloud streaming.
And it was,
Wow.
And they were all like ridiculously shocked and impressed by
Braden?
it, thinking it was a 40 series.
Could the Dino computer do it?
For gaming,
Yeah.
it's more a question of could your internet do it? Because
I mean...
yeah, it depends. I don't know what the internet
Your
specs
internet's
are for the
horrendous.
NVIDIA thing, but if it's not much, like if they've worked out a way just to push out a good image, but you have to also have the syncing of like your, what's it called? Like your lag has to be like
Yeah, it's a
on
delay
your
issue.
controllers. But like, that's all their systems would be doing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just pushing out a picture and the only input that's coming in are inputs
Yeah,
for
right.
a controller. It must be like, it's,
I'll look up and see what the specs are.
Yeah, well, before you do that, you can tell us about February, Braden.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Well, in February, which is the second month of the year.
It is.
Hey,
when
Ours.
my
a fun-
birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Dan.
Is
Happy
everyone going to
birthday.
mention their birthday now when it gets to their month?
No.
No, there's way too much to discuss in December. We can't do that. No, a fun little place opened up in February. Super Nintendo World opened up in Universal Studios in Hollywood, California. And it looks stupid fun.
See, I kind of think it looks boring.
I love
Looks
how
like the-
they've brought the aesthetic to life.
It looks
though.
like the Mario Lego.
Yeah.
No,
Sets.
this looks much better than the Mario Lego.
It kind of does, though. You're not like
Yeah, it
real.
does. It looks
does
like
a bit.
Like, it looks to me, the pictures I've seen of this and of the Japanese one, which I assume they're pretty much just the same.
Yeah, they would
There's
be.
not really a lot there.
It doesn't look like there's much to do because, like, if you like looking at animatronics, it's probably really good. But
Yeah.
like, have you been to Disneyland like that? Like, you know, the Small World ride, that
No.
where it's a small, and it's
Oh.
like every country that goes through. It's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many animatronic little bloody babushka dolls you're looking at. Nah, don't care.
No. Let's give away an award. The first one this evening. Dan, do you want to
shit.
give away the first Hack the Dino 2023 award?
Okay, so the first award is for most graphics. That's my award, like stinger.
Yeah, it's the graphic.
Awarded to the game which easily had the most amount of graphics shoved into its cartridge.
Yeah.
Or on its CD.
Oh, no, we don't do CDs here.
How did you Is this by these are
Fan voted.
Fan vote. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Viewer polls.
That's right. If you
So
want to...
number one we have as the contenders, Alan Wake 2,
It's a good game.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Number two. Oh, a lot of graphics in that one.
It was a lot of like toon shaders, I believe they're called.
Cell shading.
Toon shaders.
Okay.
Dan makes games now.
I make games, motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I talk about them on the internet, so I think I know more.
Yeah, fair enough. Final Fantasy XV1.
Why can't you and Braden read Roman numerals?
I didn't look at. I had to look at it quickly. I didn't realize there was going to be that many of them.
It's
Final
16.
Fantasy 16. I know how to read it. I was being cool.
No, you weren't. You didn't know.
Whatever, Dad. And Spooderman 2, the video game. And we announce the winners
Yes,
straight away.
yes.
We
The
don't-
winner is...
We don't go to the next section and then announce it.
No, just announce it with the
And
percentage.
the winner is, with a percentage of 28.57%, Spider-Man 2.
Hey, at least it won something.
It won something. Good on it.
Didn't it win anything?
No, it was nominated for 7 awards at the Game Awards, did not win a lick. Which is a pity.
It's a shame, but it's a tough year
That's
for
a pretty exciting bit there.
Yeah, this is the opening 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it doesn't do like God of War did and have the best part of the game as the first fight and never amount up to being as good as that first fight ever again.
No. In fact, I would put some of the
That's
best moments in the middle of the game.
Oh, that's good. That's where they should be.
Yeah, towards the end, it gets a bit all over the place, but
What do you think of it, Ben?
I haven't played it.
What? But you are Spider-Man.
Well, I try to be.
Oh, there's a something on my nose, says the big Sandman in the video game cutscene.
That's exactly how he sounds as well.
that is it.
He doesn't sound like Ned and Stacy?
Yes.
Is it that guy's voice?
No.
He's doing it? Oh.
No, it wasn't even him in Homecoming either, because he couldn't make the filming date, so they just lifted the footage straight out of Spider-Man 3 and deleted scenes. There you go. Bit of movie trivia for you. Did you know that, Braden?
That's what people come to Hack the Dino for.
That's right.
I didn't. Oh, look at this bit. I love a good change of direction.
Could you do this in your game?
Is this in my game? Something like
could
this?
You could do something like
Well,
this?
mine's 2D, so no.
Well, I mean, you should try it. Like maybe they have a...
Maybe just, stop being a
acid.
coward and just like just do this.
Yeah.
Just make the Spider-Man cutscenes.
Yeah, just do that.
I'm sure Marvel will have a word to me.
Nah.
Just say it's for your comic shop and it's promotion for them.
They're owned by Disney. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're quite...
That mouse has
fine.
never trodden anyone's neck before.
Watch the life drain out of people. Anyway, speaking of life draining out of people, March. On the 27th of March, Nintendo closed the Nintendo eShop for the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U. Gone. Bye
Why
forever.
do they have to close the shop?
Because it costs them money.
It cost them what like a
Oh, well, look, Nintendo's doing it tough at the moment, okay? They only are more successful than they've ever been.
I
So,
suppose this is why they're successful, because they shut off things that,
Yeah.
that aren't making quite as much money as they want them to.
also brings up a valid point of game preservation. Now, there is a person who's currently in the headlines who we probably shouldn't go on about, but they did buy every single Wii U and 3DS game, and it looked awful. Like, what they had to go through in order to get every single game seemed just
You said
ridiculous.
headlines. What does that mean?
It's Jared the Completionist, who's under a bit of fire at the moment because of his charities and what they've been caught doing. But I did go through, I got all my 3DSs and 3DS XLs and downloaded all the stuff pretty much those were exclusive to the stores, like the digital only releases. So they now live on my 3DSs that I have in my collection.
I'm going to take my jumper off, but
Right.
before I do, I'm going to plug it because I love it so much.
Yeah,
But you
stand
can't
up a
see
little
it. This is my for the audio listeners. I'm wearing my Christmas jumper because it's Christmas, and I never get to wear it because it's always hot in Australia. But it's not today. But it is in this room.
Yes.
Under all these lights. But as you can see, it's a knitted Christmas Street Fighter jumper. It's so rad.
Speaking of rad things we're wearing, I am wearing my Attorney Hawk t-shirt.
That was the best flip of the tongue you've ever done.
Yeah, Attorney Hawk. Attorney at law. I still got to write that comic.
At law.
Skateboarder at law. Sorry, I forgot my own gimmick. On March the 30th, the Entertainment Software Association announced that E3 2023 was cancelled due to lack of major publisher attendance. I did have a little note there going, oh, is E3 done for good? Yeah, it turns out this week, yes, it is. It is dead. It is gone. E3 is no more.
I thought it came back this year.
No, they tried to bring it back last year and this
Oh,
year.
was that last year?
But
Shit.
Sony pulled out, Microsoft pulled out, EA pulled out, Nintendo said, no, we're not coming, so they cancelled it.
No
because-
one wanted to make E3 pregnant.
And then at the
They all
start...
Got a little shot of brain in the corner there laughing.
and then started this week. They came out and released that E3's done. Thanks, everyone. See you later. We're not coming back. So it's all done and all over with.
It's a thing that maybe that's just how the world is now. Like, it's not probably a bad thing. It's just unfortunate that it had to come at such a crash because of COVID. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, no, it's also because...
I always found that E3 was becoming a little bit irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean,
with the
people
internet.
watched it for mainly...
Shits and giggles.
Well, yeah, that. But also the game reveals. And then Nintendo went, oh, hang on, we can just do like a video that cost us no money at all instead of hundreds of thousands of dollars to have a booth at E3. Like, some of these booths were costing upwards of $1 million for an E3 Expo.
The PAX ones at this year for just an indie game developer were 2,200, which I think is pretty crazy for just a poor developer.
Yeah, especially indie developers. Like, that's insane.
You can get funding though and shit like that, but like, you know, you don't want to spend all your funding on booths.
Well, I
But
mean,
they're really
depends-
good. They're really good for like getting followers and Discord hits and shit like that.
Yeah, if you want people to see your game that you're making and more eyes on the product.
Yeah.
Braden, what do you think about E3 dying its slow death?
I think this was well overdue and basically happened yonks ago, but now they're finally actually confirming it and stop trying to keep the dream alive. Jeff Keighley's just taken over the entire industry, I guess.
Man, I got problems with Keighley.
I don't know much about him. I think he's okay.
We'll get into it a little bit later, but just as an example...
I think he's just got his own opinions.
No, the Summer Games Fest, for example, there was not a single female on stage.
It's probably
whole
because none
Summer
of
Game
them
Fest.
got back to him. There might have been a reason.
I'm pretty sure there would be someone out there who isn't male would have liked to have been on the Summer Game Fest.
What are you
talking
trying
about
to
games.
say? What are you accusing of him there?
I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just stating the fact that Keighley made the decision, being the person who produces it, to not have any female representation on his show.
It could have been they all said no.
It
Maybe
could have
they
been.
were busy-
I don't know. All
Ma-
I'm saying is the facts.
Maybe they were busy making better games than guys.
Well, I hope so, because I'm getting bored of men. You're all boring.
Yeah.
Stop being boring.
I gotta say, there's a lot of, at the places that I'm working at the moment, there's a lot of female creators coming in.
Good.
Artists. Like, I think the best coder or programmer I've ever met in my life is a girl that's there. Like, and the stuff she can do is bonkers.
Really?
This girl can just like code is just talking to her. She could just and just does stuff that's and already her game is she made this game and then a publisher picked it up straight away.
Wow.
And she got $150,000 funding to keep working on it. It's already out and it's making money. And she's just this.
What's the game?
She's just fuck. I can't remember its name. But it's very good.
So, kids, if you want to play this game, just look up "fuck" on the internet. You'll be sure to find it.
You got me there. But yeah, and this is a person that I've met before, this you just wouldn't look at them and go, "Oh, you're the best coder that I've ever seen."
Michael Towns in the chat's got it. It's called Alan Wake 2. So there you are.
Yeah,
Your friend made Alan Wake 2.
Alice Wake.
Have you
2.
played Alan Wake 2?
Yep.
What do you think?
I think it should be the game of the year.
Oh, really?
Oh,
That good?
without a doubt.
Because you were a massive Control fan. Massive.
I was an Alan Wake fan before that as
That's
well.
true, yeah.
And like, I forgot that the Control people made Alan Wake, and when Alan Wake came into Control, I was like, get fucked. I haven't thought of that wanker in years. Has he fucking stopped writing yet? Nah. Just stop writing, you dickhead. That's all you have to do. Everything will be solved if you just stop fucking writing. He sort of has the opposite problem to every other writer.
Yes.
Like that dude is like, every other writer's like, oh, I sit in front of a computer screen and I got nothing to write, or I get writer's block. That dude just can't stop writing and it ruins fucking everything. Alan.
Speaking of ruining everything, Brayden, award time.
Oh, I thought you were just going to throw to me in general. And I was like, wow,
Speaking of
man.
ruining everything, Brayden.
Brayden, how you doing? I'm ruining everything. I am here to present the award for Best Remake of the Year.
Ooh.
That's right. Games that were around when I was a baby are back around once again. This is awarded to the game that was remade the best this year. And the nominees were Metroid Prime,
Good game.
Resident Evil 4,
Also a good game.
Persona 4 Golden,
Good game.
Dead Space,
Oh, yes.
and a very special mention to the floppy game Goatsy Edition.
That's
which
right.
I believe we were giving away physical cards.
Yeah, we gave away that gold card as well.
Yeah, that's
So-
right.
Some of these games on this list, like Persona 4 Golden, isn't that just Persona 4 Golden just out again? Like, is that a remake?
Well,
I
I guess
thought it was just like they just re-released it on a different platform, the same, like ported it out.
that's a good point.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
Doesn't matter. Like,
Well,
I
it's a
don't
good
care.
thing because it didn't win.
No!
And with 42.86% of the vote, the winner is Resident Evil 4.
No.
And I think you are right, Dan. I think that was just a re-release on a different system, not a remake.
Jeez,
So
that
whoever,
guy's head went
That's all right.
flying.
whoever made this questionnaire is a hack.
Do you know this is my favourite Resident Evil game, apart from when the new ones came out, for many years, and I didn't play this remake. But Ross did, and he said it was great.
Yeah, Ross enjoyed it. I think
Well,
he
Ross
said it got a
loved
bit
the first
long.
one. He played it on Wii U.
Yep.
And he said it was the best control system he's ever used in any game ever, and it worked so well for Resident Evil, how it worked.
So Anto, when he's bored, just platinums this.
Does he?
He does the speedrunning stuff, doesn't he?
Yeah, he speedrun it. He platinums it. He can do it in like 20 minutes or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's ridiculous at it. Incidentally, Brayden,
Yo.
you know, in the Discord, did you see Anto's hours spent gaming
Oh,
this year?
no, I did not. Is it a
Is it
lot?
on his PlayStation hours or something?
Yeah, PlayStation hours. Just his PlayStation hours.
Is this
Take a
just
guess
a-
how many hours Anto spent.
Do we have a
Is it in the
screenshot
chat?
of it?
Yeah,
Can we
I'm
just get it up?
Seeing if I can find.
It's in the Discord. It'd be
I'll try and guess. So what is this? All for a whole year?
2023. How many hours did Anto spend on his PlayStation 5?
Jesus Christ!
Let Dan guess first.
I don't know. I don't want to go over because I just don't have any idea. Like 700 hours?
700 hours. Brayden, can you please bring up how many hours Anto spent on his PlayStation 5
I certainly can.
Oh,
this
shit.
year? 1,001 hours.
No. 1,900.
Oh, sorry. 1,900.
So nearly
hours.
2,000
Nearly
hours.
2,000 hours.
But that's just on his PlayStation. He also spent another 250 on his Switch.
Jesus.
What about his Xbox?
He doesn't have an Xbox,
Well,
just like everyone else.
Good God.
oh.
In the chat, he also there's another
love
one
my
there.
Xbox.
Another one there, Brayden, with his trophies. How many
Oh, yeah.
platinums he got? And one of the comments in our Discord was,
How many did he get?
I think it was Game Boy Dad said, "Wow, you earned more platinums this year than I spent hours playing games."
Platinums. I reckon old Dylan the villain in the chat might have. Did you give him a run for his money, Dylan? While you're working that out, Dylan, we'll move on to the next thing.
But if you want to boast about how many hours you've played and if you think you can beat Anto, head on over to hackthedino.com and join our Discord. There's a link there. You can press the button. You can go in there. You can have a good time. You can have a chat. You can have a goffle. Gaffork. I went to say gaffork, but a goffle came out. So, Dan, tell us about how you goffle.
Goffle.
You goffle.
I'll talk about April.
All right,
Is that what you want me to do?
Yeah, go for about April.
So what happened in April this year? It was a big
April.
Big April. Is this the day it happened?
Yep.
Yeah, on the 3rd of April, Legendary Entertainment secured TV and film rights of Capcom's Street Fighter franchise.
Yeah.
Who's
cool.
Legendary Entertainment?
They are a film production company. What else are they made?
Oh, they're the ones that have that kind of like pattern logo, like the symmetrical logo that comes up.
Yep.
Quadritrical.
They've done a couple of movies. I can
hear
of any.
All
Brayden.
the recent Western Godzilla and Kong films.
Oh, really? Oh, that's right.
Oh,
yeah.
dude, like Skull Island.
Yeah.
Skull Island was excellent.
Did you play the game?
No, but that's one thing I do know about. So I'm just going to put it out there that yes, I used to be in the knowledge of games and stuff, but this year's been so busy for me that I don't know anything. As I explained on the way in.
Why does that logo look like cock?
Cock.
It does
Nice
look like
cock.
Rise together or fall alone. Cock. The
Rise
Godzilla
Together
vs. Kong.
or Fall Alone. Oh, the Toxic Avenger remake they've done.
Oh, what do you think of that, Dan?
I haven't seen it. I don't think it's out yet, is
Yeah,
it?
I think it's in production.
Yeah.
Is it going to be as good as the original Toxic Avenger from Full Moon?
From Trauma.
Sorry, Trauma.
Trauma?
Trauma.
I
was thinking
don't know. Like, I don't think anything can be like the original Toxic Avenger because we have moved so far along as a human race that if you watched that movie now, you'd be like,
No.
God damn, like, were we that mean and were we fuckheads in the 90s? Yeah, we were.
Michael Towns in the live chat, over on twitch.tv/Hack The Dino, says, cock, rise of dong.
Oh, so they've done heaps of films. So Inception, you know.
Their track record is pretty hit and miss, though.
Oh, yeah.
Very hit and miss.
They did the Watchmen film.
Like,
But they
there's
also
some
did all the
bangers,
Batman films,
and
which-
there's also some real stinkers.
They did.
Interstellar, the Warcraft film.
The Great Wall, the Matt Damon whitewash film.
Wow, they
Dwayne
are.
The Rock
So
Johnson
they
Skyscraper?
exclusively do heavy effects films. Apart from Black Klansman, which is bloody amazing.
That's a great film.
I think
still
that's
haven't
their
seen it.
best film in their entire list that I've seen here. Or maybe Mamma Mia, the remake.
Oh, not Enola Holmes.
Hey,
I tried
don't-
to watch that. It was absolute rubbish.
It was not rubbish. It was a bit of fun.
Nah, it was too hard. It was too...
Anyway, Dan, you do a movie podcast.
Yeah?
You want to talk about it?
Sure. I have a podcast as well called TerrorVision Horror Podcast. That's why I don't know what I'm talking about.
Have you
Let's go.
seen, just a quick aside, because we do that here, in Vicious Video, you seen D's
Nuts?
TerrorVision?
Yeah, right. You said, have you seen D's? And he went, nuts. Do you know what makes a joke heaps better? When someone else has to explain it.
Live on a podcast.
So,
Anyway,
DX's, what was in DX's shop?
he had a TerrorVision from the old movie
Oh, yeah, with the Google Eye?
with the Google Spring Eye.
Yeah, he got a whole bunch in of stand-ups at some rando, just like...
So
There's
for
like
those of
there's
you-
like a 5-foot high Hellraiser one.
not
There's-
anymore. I think he sold it.
Oh, yeah, probably. And there's like Evil Dead 2 stand-up. And Evil Dead 2 stand-up that I originally had that I put my name on the back of when I was a kid in primary school before I'd even seen the film.
Oh, wow.
And I had it. It was like the one with like, so it was like, remember the little ones that used to be on top of the shelves?
Yep.
And it was like Ash holding up the shotgun in the middle. And you know the Evil Dead face, the eye, the skull with the eyes?
Yep.
That was on both sides looking out each way.
Oh, man, that would've
And
been cool.
I loved it as a kid. I've got so many like weird little kid memories. Like I used to have like the Friday, there we go up on the screen. And then he's got a whole bunch of them. He's got the Army of Darkness ones. Like, yeah, he's got some crazy things. He has like the original Evil Dead VHS or something.
Yep.
That came, and he also got a hold at the same time the original vomit. Yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say the vomit
vomit bag that came when you saw it in the cinema in case you wanted to throw up. That
Yep.
film I watched in the cinema just recently. It's still one of the goriest films I've ever seen.
It's so
still
good.
so good.
So
That's
good.
a stand-up.
Yeah,
Except
that's
mine still had
amazing.
the arm on Ash holding the shotgun.
Oh, man.
Someone ripped that one
So
off.
for those of you who don't know, Vicious Video is a retro video VHS and
Emporium.
movie emporium. Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
In Adelaide, South Australia, we've got all the really cool things here. So you should go check out Vicious Video on Instagram. See all the cool
So they
VHSs.
deal with. So you can go in there. You can it's set up like an old video shop.
Oh, it's such
you
a
can
great
go in there.
designer.
You can walk around. You can go transport it back. Go to the horror section. Look at all the backs of the tapes and shit like that. But you can also buy them all.
Yeah.
And these aren't just the shit versions of these things.
No.
These are like the clamshell motherfuckers. These are like people froth over this stuff online. Like he has got a cult name on the internet for having this shop. Like the shit in this shop is what collectors might find one or two of. He has a shop of this shit.
Yeah.
Like
He's just that good.
and
at finding
everything's
it.
in its sections like a video shop. It's even got a booby movie section.
Yep.
As in the old R-rated
I
dodgy
tried to talk to him the other day.
TNA movies and shit.
Putting a CRT up in the corner.
He's got a CRT in there.
No, he had to take it down. He's got a flat screen at the moment. I said, get a CRT up in that corner.
Well,
Just
you-
the old video game store.
And just play on repeat like the Blockbuster trailer thing.
No.
Would you steal
wouldn't steal a car.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
On loop. Or the one that has the clips out of it. It's like, egg sucking gutter trash.
Yeah. And it has like a...
And the Marilyn Monroe tripod scene or whatever.
It has a whole bunch of weird, one for the cuckoo's nest line in it and stuff like that.
Anyway, you might think we've
wait,
diverged a bit. But
I wanted to talk about my podcast.
yeah, talk about your podcast because nothing happened in May.
Oh, okay.
So-
I have a podcast. I do it with Jennifer Strand as well. She's one of my mates. She did studied horror for her her uni degree and all stuff like that. So she knows all the stuff, and I'm
Is she
just there.
Dr. Horror?
She could be Doctor. I don't know. She doesn't have a PhD, but
I'm going to call her Dr. Horror.
you can if you want. She'd love that.
Dr. Horror.
So what we do is we watch a film and then we go through it scene by scene in the podcast and spoil the fuck out of it. We basically go through the entire film. We take longer to go through the film than the films are. And we, try and put a fun spin on it. It's for adults, it's swearing. It's me. It's me unchained.
Yep.
Talking about horror.
Dan's on his best behavior at the moment. So
I am.
You should be lucky.
But and I really enjoy it because I just get to watch. It's pretty easy. I watch a film, talk about it. We have T-shirts. I've never seen this. I've never seen this website.
Those T-shirts are things of beauty, by the way. If you're listening to us on the podcast, head on over. What's the website?
The third one's not there. No, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the T-shirts sell really well for us, and I think it's just because no one cares about the podcast. They just like the T-shirts I draw. But that people have been caring more about the podcast recently. But yeah, the T-shirts go really well. We actually had to do a second batch of our latest one. We've never done that.
That's awesome. No, they're really great designs.
But and we using 2 colors is such a good restriction. Hey,
Yeah.
love it.
That's why
Anyway, check it out. Go over onto and then every other second episode we just do a themed show. So the latest one we did was psychosexual thrillers. So we talk about and it's not like a best of show. It's ones that we like. So we do our top 5 each of ones that we like within those, within the genre kind of thing, like top werewolf movies or top movies about hillbillies or something like that. And we've got 155 episodes. So, and start from episode 25. Don't listen to anything before that, eh? We didn't know what we were doing. We had shit gear. We had no structure. Start, and then you don't have to listen to them in any order. Just go in there, pick your favorite film or a film you haven't seen that you always thought you wanted to see, and then by the end of the episode, you won't have to ever watch it ever again.
Ever again.
Nah, I love it. It's great. I make it, so therefore I have to love it.
What time? All right, this time.
Oh.
Award for Indie Game of the Year. This award goes to the game that was made by an indie this year and is the best. The nominees are Sea of Stars, Dredge, Cocoon, Cassette Beasts, and special mentions go to Lethal Company and Good Boy Galaxy. Now, how many of these have you heard of, Braden?
I have heard of, get this, everything except the last one you just mentioned.
Same.
Good Boy Galaxy.
No idea what that is.
No, that was so on the voting form. There's an option to put your own choice in there.
Oh,
which is what I'm reading out the ones that people put in that I thought, yeah, actually I wouldn't mind
Nice.
talking about. Yeah, Lethal Company. What's that?
Lethal Company is blown up in the last, I want to say, month.
Can you throw some footage up, Braden?
Yeah, I'll bring some up. I've got
what-
friends who have asked me, hey, have you played Lethal Company? And I'm like, What?
So look up Good Boy Galaxy as well.
I played Cocoon,
Yeah? What did you think of that?
and that game blew me away. Have you
Really?
played it?
No.
Really good.
Do you know what it is?
No.
So you start, it's just a fucking alien world.
Yep.
This like beam of light comes down, hits a mountain, goes down. This like thing opens up. You fall out. You're like a fucking little bug man or some shit. And it's a puzzle game. And the puzzles are so mind bending. So basically,
Is it like superliminal?
you're like a little dung beetle. So there's a lot of like pushing. You get these spheres, and you've had to push these spheres around, and you're like try and navigate these spheres through the world by dropping it in this, and it goes down here. Well, you go down here, open this door, like puzzles like that. You're like, oh yeah, this is alright, it's pretty cool. And then you get to one point, you put your sphere in this machine, and it goes like fucking. And then the world.
Whoa.
Then the
Okay.
the sphere is a universe, and you dive into the sphere,
I could
and
be
that's
mistaken.
the next world. But then you can pick up the worlds, the levels, and then grab them and bring them into other worlds. And so you can only get through certain bits by like doing stuff in a certain world, jumping out of that world, grabbing that world, bringing that world into the other. See this shit? Like
Yeah, right.
in that's. But see there how like there's different colors on the spheres. That means there's different worlds within those worlds. It is mind-bogglingly new and weird and cool, and it's not kiddie. Like there's some real disturbing like flesh worlds and water world, and it's just like
Well, I just saw the character being birthed out of the mountain, and that was
it's
somewhat...
the dude who made Inside.
Yeah, I was about to say I saw it Inside.
Yeah,
and,
the lead game
Limbo.
designer of Inside and Limbo.
Yeah, but on his own, like Rogue. He went rogue from the company and just made that. And I was like, don't get me wrong though, it's not the best game in the world, but it's like style, like fucking visual style and thought into the puzzle is crazy. Like I didn't finish it because it got so mind bending that one day I just went to go play it, and the thought of what I had to work out next made me never play it again.
Sign of a good game.
I believe Ross.
Do you know what I mean? It was like tight, as in like I don't know if I'm smart enough to and have the mental power to
Ross did
solve
finish
another
it.
puzzle.
He said the end puzzle was insane.
So is this Good Boy Galaxy?
No, this is Lethal Company.
This
Oh,
looks
right.
great. What is it?
It's like a horror survival, but like co-op.
On
You
the
got to go in and
64?
complete like a sci-fi task. Did you say it was on the Nintendo 64?
Yeah. Seriously, that looks like a Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah, I'll
I'm
pay
not
that.
complaining. I don't think that's great.
No, it's an indie game.
But
so-
yeah, like people
Whatever-
have just
what-
suddenly exploded about this game.
Yeah, right. And what about Good Boy Galaxy?
That's a good question.
Sounds like a Commander Keen episode.
Well, that was Goodbye Galaxy.
I know.
Come on, Dan. Come on.
So I said sounds like, not is.
No, Dan. You said, I specifically remember, you said it is.
It does
in
look
fact-
like Commander Keen. Is that a dog?
It is.
Oh,
He is a good boy.
I get it. Good
This
boy.
little guy's adorable.
This
And
is
they're a
cute.
rocket
For the
ship.
people who are listening, we are watching a pixel animation of a little puppy dog who's flying through space in a little spacesuit, and it's all, very, very quaint and cozy. What will happen? He looks like his spacesuit looks like Jamie's.
He's got a gun. Oh, is he jumping on things?
He's come across something I would have drawn in year 4.
Oh, is this a platformer?
Oh my god, look at it.
Oh.
This looks so cute.
I think all of a sudden I really want to play this.
So why is this the best though? Like what? Oh, is there a twist? Is it like multiplayer? Like what makes Good Boy Galaxy so beautiful?
I have no idea.
It's running on a GBA.
Wow, really?
There you go. It's a new release GBA game.
That's
Oh,
cool.
wow. Yeah,
That's a
I'm going
bit
to
of
look this
fun.
up. Braden, can you make a
Oh,
note?
you turned into a skelly.
That's
Yeah.
fun.
I want to look at this. No, the one game I played today is our actual winner. 64.29% of the vote. Sea of Stars. Now, I think I backed this back when you were on the show.
This is like the Chrono Trigger one, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a Kickstarter. I backed it. It took like 4 or 5 years to eventually come to fruition. They got picked up by a publishing company, released, and it's a fantastic game. It feels like Chrono Trigger. It's got a lot of callbacks to Chrono
It's got
Trigger.
shadows.
It's amazing. It is Chrono Trigger,
I've
basically.
thought about putting those shadows into my game. And
You should.
I dabbled with it, but it's like a rebuild. If you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
from how
really?
I've made everything. Yeah, everything that needs a cast of shadow has to have a certain thing in it that you have to make.
Look at
But
the
you have to-
lighting.
But you have to, yeah.
Look at that lighting. Is that
Well,
like,
that's just lighting.
really?
Now,
That-
yeah.
that isn't that hard to do, or?
Nah, my game's got that.
But yeah, Sea of Stars. I've not finished it yet. Again, it's going to be a holiday. I say it's going to be a holiday game, but I've got like Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to be a holiday game. I've got Metroid Dread, which was supposed to be last year's holiday game that I still haven't touched. And Pokemon just released a new DLC, so that'll take me a whole like 3 hours to finish.
You haven't played this one at all?
No, I've played this. I'm about halfway
Is
through.
it like is it the same gameplay as Chrono Trigger, or is it that
No,
that bouncy thing look a bit different?
Yeah, it's similar, but they've built on it. So it has the basic technique of Chrono Trigger, the basic battle
So it's
system.
like the core battle is like it, but they've just got more.
Yeah, they've just added things. So what you saw just there was her lunar boomerang, and basically it turns almost into a rhythm game. So like she throws it, and if you hit it at the correct time, you'll get another
I'd
hit.
be so shit at that.
And it just gets faster and faster and faster than what you hit it, and the amount of times you get it. I didn't explain that very well. What I really
Doesn't matter.
liked was when you come up against a boss, there's two ways to defeat a boss. You can either just wear them down like you do in a normal JRPG, or you can combo will come up, and if you can use the specific weapons in that combo order with your attackers, it kills them instantly.
Insta kills.
Yeah. So really cool game. It's gorgeous. As I said, there's lots of little Chrono Trigger nods into it. Like at one point they lift speech directly from Chrono Trigger. Like an NPC says something, it's rather well known, and they put it in there. It's
Like
even
the
got them
actual
funny
audio?
direct- No, there's no
Oh.
audio. It's just text based.
Oh, reading.
Talk to NPCs. Yeah, wonderful game, and absolutely is a deserved winner.
It's free on Game Pass.
It is, yes. So
Or
everyone
free.
should play it.
Freemium.
Freemium. June the 5th, Apple announced the Apple Vision Pro, a mixed reality headset set to release in early 2024. Brayden,
Hello.
you're all over the Apple Vision Pro.
Yeah, I don't know if you were just throwing to me, like trying to test me or not. I actually kind of am.
No, I know you are, because we talked about this last time and you went, no, it's this. So
Yeah.
this is a legitimate fill in the blanks, Brayden.
That's it.
What is it?
So it is
Augmented reality.
it's they don't use that word.
No.
Apple does that thing they do where they make up their own word for things
And then make out it's new.
and pretend the other thing doesn't exist.
And pretended that they invented it because they haven't invented anything since the iPad and the iPhone.
basically. So
Because
this
Steve Jobs died and their
this-
ideas died with him.
is basically an augmented reality / virtual reality headset, which has freaky eyes from the front. Don't worry about it. Ignore that.
They're not. That's a graphic. That's not her real eyes.
Is it so? Because they have that thing that like it's
They-
intimidating to see someone with a headset on, so they put someone else's eyes in there.
Yep.
So what they have
What
is
problem
they have,
solved?
They've got the video pass through so that you can see the entire room around you, and when you can see out of it, they put a video feed of your eyes on the outside.
Oh yeah, that makes more
It
sense.
looks horrifying. But, I mean, it's a solution. It's apparently very interesting to use. The eye tracking is apparently really, really good.
Oh, that's good.
And
Because
to
that thing could
select
fuck up
things,
real easy.
you do what this guy's doing on the couch right now, where you pinch your fingers together, and that is a click, basically. So that's how you select things.
How does it know you got your fingers together?
It's got cameras everywhere.
That's
Oh,
also
so
got
it's not just the headset.
I like the
It's
way,
a room.
No,
They,
it's just the headset, though.
Yeah, it's just
It's
the headset,
cameras on the headset,
but you're
detecting what
plugged
you do.
in to.
Oh my god! At least that won't be
you're plugged
recording
into a
everyone's
power
movements,
bank.
thoughts, and emotions like every other Apple product.
Yeah.
Says guy with the Apple Watch on.
It also only lasts for like 2 hours. From
Yeah,
a full
it's
charge.
got
Oh, yeah,
horrendous
that's
battery.
just early shit. Like you need to get the eye control and all that
So-
shit working first. So if they nail that,
This
battery
is
life,
basically
who cares?
them
Plug it
creating
in.
it for
You
developers.
don't run around with it.
Sorry, Brad.
Like,
Sorry.
this is basically them making it for developers to start making stuff for what will eventually be a consumer level product. Because it's also, like, stupid expensive.
Yeah. What are the prices they got on that bad
I'm
boy?
pretty sure it was like $3.5 grand US.
Yep.
It's just as much as their laptops are.
Yeah. It has really interesting integration if you do use everything else Apple, of course. But like, yeah, it's pretty promising. I'm very interested to see like later developments of it. because once it becomes smaller and cheaper,
So
It'll
the
be
screen doesn't move. It's like you're watching a TV.
yeah,
So why wouldn't you fucking watch a TV?
you might
Because
be.
If you have to sit in the room anyway.
Then you have to interact with people.
So there's a lot of things where it's
But
like,
it's gone real hard.
But now
it's
that-
doing
now you're out in
everything to make it like you're just watching TV and not wearing a headset.
yeah,
Like it's putting your eyes on the front. Look at that. Do you know what they're doing there? Playing a game on a TV. I could do that without the headset, hey.
And
It
you'd
got
save,
$3,500.
like, $5,000.
And you know what? I don't have to put a headset on. And what if you got two people? What if you want to watch a movie with a mate?
it's not for people like that.
It's not for people with mates.
No,
No.
it's not for people who
Is
like
it called
people.
no mates?
It could be.
Like if they're like.
It's very interesting. I don't think it's gonna like pop off like crazy.
But do you
in,
see
like,
what my
another-
argument is? That it's
Oh,
not.
absolutely.
It's,
It's not-
just It's creating something that is you've already got.
Yeah.
It's you looking at something in a room.
Yeah.
Look. Oh,
Yeah.
well, she can get up and look at that over there. You know what I can do? Watch TV and look at my phone. Like this is all it is. It's just like this is Apple again. Just selling you the same shit again.
Yeah.
That you've already got in a different way. This is just an iPad strapped to your fucking face and like supposedly replacing your TV. And nothing she has done in this thing is nothing you can't do already
I liked it
without
better
that thing.
when it was called Google Glass.
You were a glass hole.
Were.
Did anyone actually buy a Google Glass?
No, that's why they shut it down. It's next
It was
to Stadia.
invasive, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I had glasses that could just film people.
Fun fact: now they have the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, which are even more invasive because they just look like sunglasses but have cameras on them.
Oh, good.
That's the same as my glasses. That's my brand.
Yeah.
I'm recording you right now,
Well,
putting you on my dick channel. my no fans, not only fans, just no fans.
speaking of dick channels, yeah, we talked about the Summer Game Fest on June 8th. Yeah, featured no women on stage. I think that's problematic, but you know, what do I know? I'm not Jeff Keighley. And the Twisted Metal TV show trailer was announced. And
When was that?
it's got Samoa Joe in it. That's about it. Anyone watch it? Braden, you watch it? How
No,
Hang on.
but,
It's out.
Apparently, it's like people are enjoying it, and it got a season 2.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, that was Anthony Mackie came on stage and spent heaps of time on the stage at Game Awards and announced that they got a season 2.
Wow.
So
That's
Samoa
weird.
Joe in season 2?
Yeah, I assume.
Huh.
I don't know. I've not watched it myself. I couldn't really care less.
I find that strange and offensive.
Me too.
Like, I loved Twisted Metal #1.
Yep.
#2.
Number 3.
Well, yeah, I've got Twisted Metal Black at home,
Yep.
which is the online one. And when I bought it and got it home, I realised there's no servers in Australia. So it was sold here and it's useless.
That's almost as good as the time you bought Final Fantasy VII Remake from Square Enix because they wanted to get it released before COVID shut down and released it early. And then when you streamed it, they flagged the channel.
I heard you've never had an episode since I left where you haven't mentioned that.
Correct. I'm still bitter. I'm going to take Square Enix down. Speaking of taking people down, we've got a fantasy critic. Now, Dan, do you remember the fantasy critic?
Yeah.
I think I won the first one, then the second one, then Braden won last year. Now we're in year 4, and we are going to look at who won both the Hack the Dino host fantasy critic between Braden, Anto, Floppy, and I, and then the Patreon League, which I was also in the lead of until recently, but we'll go into that shortly. Braden, which one have you got up there first?
I've got the hosts.
The hosts. So you were the winner last year, weren't you, Braden?
I got that crown, but
got that
look
crown?
who's here this year.
Guess what, Braden? The crown's coming back home, baby. Absolutely wiped the floor with a lot of you.
I did horrendously.
So-
Considering Anto did not put in every single game that he could, and I just got third.
Usually Floppy does horrendously. He's second this year.
No, so Floppy tried last year and this year, convinced that if he tried, he could actually do good. And he did. He did a lot better.
What was that game he thought was like... Oh, there was a stinker that was so obviously going to be bad. Like the
Well-
it was like a rock movie franchise or something.
Jumanji.
Jumanji game.
No, he didn't choose that. But Braden chose a bit of a stinker this year. It was that Blood Bowl, Braden.
Blood Bowl. How do you...
Wait, Blood Bowl again this year? They brought out?
Yeah, they did Blood Bowl 3, and it was apparently horrendous.
Well, no one really talked. I bought the first one and never put it in.
So Floppy had some pretty solid picks, but they were all hovering around sort of like the 70s and 80s. He didn't have any like killers apart from Tears of the Kingdom, which I still hold against him. Then Braden, you had Marvel's Spidey 2.
Yeah,
and Dead Space. So some good ones there as well, but
Some
that
good
Blood Bowl
ones.
3.
Blood Bowl 3 and fucking Bluey.
Bluey, yeah, how did Bluey
How did
go?
the Bluey game be bad?
Well,
like, come
Cheats
on.
easily.
And Wild Hearts actually did good, so I lost points there as well.
Oh, dear.
I lost over 20 points.
And then Anto started the year like he did last year, picked about 6 games, then went, oh, I'm going to forget about this.
Yeah, completely forgot.
And
And
that's a
still
pretty solid
almost
pick.
did as good as me.
Wow, is that all you chose?
That's what he chose. And then we come to me.
Still nearly beat.
I just had a kick-ass year. I just picked some really good games.
Oh, you got Alan Wake 2 on there and everything. Yeah.
Yep. Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I was really surprised no one got Super Mario Brothers Wonder. As soon as it was announced, I jumped on there.
So
and-
what was your best one? Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Resident Evil 4 closely followed by Wonder.
So Resident Evil 4 got the most points?
No, I think
As in, like, reviews? Isn't it based on reviews?
it's based on Open Critic. It's like Metacritic, but
Legend of Zelda got the most.
Oh, Tears of the Kingdom.
All right, so I've won that one. I'm the champion once again. Yes, thank you very much. I'll take all your applause and laudits. Thank you.
Well done,
Thank
babe.
you. I'll get my crane.
And
crane.
You get your
I'll
Chromecast.
get my crane. I'll get a brain in my head.
And
Krang?
in the
Shrek?
Patreon League,
Same joke.
Great joke. That's why. And then the Patreon only league. So if you are one of our Patreons, or you'd like to be a Patreon, you can head on over to hackthedino.com, press the Patreon P, the old design, not the new one that looks like a ray gun penis, and you can head on over there and support us. But what do you got there, Braden?
this is the stuff for GeForce Now. I just looked in the corner and realized I still had the tab open.
Finally got it.
Oh, good.
I've had it open this entire time.
Well, we can talk about that in the post show.
Do
No, I wouldn't know.
you want to just talk about it then?
Yeah, no.
All right.
Go.
So, internet requirements powered by CloudGG requires at least 15 megabyte per second down
That's not fast.
for 720 and at 60 and 25 for 1080 at 60.
That's not very much.
I've got 48 down, so I
Yeah.
can do that.
You
requires
largely
less
do
than
that.
80 millisecond latency from the data center.
Does it do 4K?
It doesn't look like...
Probably not yet.
Oh, wait, yeah. Recommended for the Ultra membership. At least 35 down for streaming up to 4K at 60.
That's crazy.
That is insane, actually. Anyway, Patreon League. If you want to be, I don't know. See, we're up in arms as to whether we do the Fantasy Critic for the Patreons again. Mainly because in the Discord, so when you are a part of the Patreon League, you get to join the private Patreon Discord channel, which we have. There's a lot of heckling. I see all your comments. Words hurt, guys.
Did they ragging on you?
Oh, all the time. You realize it's fun in games until halfway through the year. It's like, all right, calm down. Jeez. Anyway, I was kicking ass. I can't understand why they hate me.
Yeah.
Up until something happened. Someone called Nintenvania, who
Drop my cough lolly.
who wasn't really paying much attention to the Fantasy Critic all year, decided in November, I'm going to start choosing some games now. Braden, can we please have the results? There you have it. Nintenvania came from behind to absolutely snipe me on the last day. This game came out today. What was it? Asgard's Wrath?
Asgard's Wrath 2.
A VR game. Scored a 10 out of 10 and sniped me right at the post.
Yep. Did you have no games left to choose or anything?
No, that was me done. That was me. See, look at the lovely comments we got now. People laughing at me.
Suck
people
it,
telling
Ben.
me to
Lol.
suck it.
Ben's got
Suck
salt in his
it.
beard.
Destroyed.
Yeah, I just want to point out that I
Salt in his beard.
am a third Dan karate black belt.
And
I'm
I'm
kick the shit out of every single one.
And I'm just a Dan. I'll fuck you up.
That's right. Between us, we're
We're 4 Dans.
4 Ds. Like
We're
we're
big.
time.
We're a
We
big,
transcend time. Hack the Dino, transcending time.
We're a large bra cup.
We are. Wait. Anyway, congratulations to Nintendonia. We'll get a prize to you soon. I don't know what it is yet, but you'll get one for beating me. I thought I was going to clean sweep it.
Do you know who that person is?
Yeah.
Is that someone? So you know?
It's JT from Nintendonia podcast.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. So congratulations, JT. Well done. Congratulations. I've said congratulations a fair bit because I'm trying to subside my seething rage.
that's good. I like that.
Speaking of seething rage, Dan, what happened in July?
I'll tell you. The where are we here?
July. Up.
Nothing. I thought I skipped past it because I didn't see it. It actually says nothing.
Nothing of note really happened in July.
The 4th of July happened.
But this isn't all we do. Dan.
I do some other things. You can find me over on my podcast on TerraVision Horror Podcast. You look that up on Spotify. That's just how you do stuff these days. There's no link. There is a website which I saw tonight for the first time, which Jen does. You can also find me at Greenlight Comics at 18 Stevens Place in Adelaide. Come down there, grab a graphic novel. It's Christmas time. So many good things to grab down there.
Spend your money on small businesses. That's a good idea. Who said that?
Shop local. Don't. Oh
Someone
man,
had a really good TikTok about
I had
that.
but I had a whinge today to my dad about just how Amazon works. He's like, why don't they make it illegal? And I said, oh, Dad, like, let me get into this. Like, he was just like, if they're bad businesses, why do we allow this? And then, yeah, fuck that. And then, what else do I do? You can also follow Catalyst Dungeons and Dining Tables Discord and see what the games of that saying. You can also follow me newly on TikTok.
Whoa!
And End of Ember Game.
End of
I
Ember
got
Game.
End of Ember Game. Do you know what? I also had the chance of just getting End of Ember, but I wanted to put game on it.
You should get them both. Just park it.
So you can follow me on TikTok to get like just video updates and bits and bobs of like my game dev stuff. Is that how you? It's just your name you search for on
TikTok?
TikTok?
Yeah, I think so.
End of Ember Game.
Speaking of which, look up Hack the Dino while you're there. I put
TikTok.
up show clips and retro hunting. You should do that. But before we throw to Braden,
And happy birthday
I-
tomorrow, Dylan.
was just about to say, happy birthday, Dylan the villain.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
H-
Happy birthday.
HB. I have yet to change the picture to a picture of him. It's just my mug at my work.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday,
You see, there's a million
Happy
videos up.
beep.
I've actually had some videos that like TikTokers won't
birthday.
play.
Oh, really?
Well, I did.
Oh, yeah, same. Every now and then, for whatever
get,
reason.
like, they get
Two
three
views.
views, and
Yeah.
I just take them down because I'm like, well, I don't understand. And then I deleted one, put it back up, and it happened again. And I was like, is it the content? Deleted
No.
scene from The Greatest Showman.
Braden, what do you do?
Oh, hi. How's it going? I do another podcast where I talk about movies and TV shows and wrestling over with my mates.
Wrestling's officially made it into the vernacular now.
Yeah, we talk about it every week. So
Wait, really?
Yeah, we have to.
As in which
Like
league?
WWE,
Which one was I watching?
AEW.
AEW, the good one.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy.
Good one.
Yeah, man.
He's my guy.
It's the best.
Recently,
He's
what
like
have we discussed?
Gosling if he was a
Yeah.
a wrestler.
Yep.
So recently, Chris has been really enjoying this show called Pantheon, which is a animated series on, I believe, Amazon. So like,
Yeah.
pirate it or something.
Yep.
But it's apparently very good.
Oh, fuck Bezos.
So worth checking out. I am loving Doctor Who. Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
Doctor
Wait,
Who
wait,
is
whoa,
back
whoa, slow
in a
down.
big way.
There's Doctor Who after Christopher Eccleston. That's worth watching.
Braden, just quickly, did you see Christopher Eccleston's interview?
No.
Okay, so he was on stage with Billy Piper at a convention or something.
Yep.
And someone asked the question, would you ever consider coming back?
And he's like, well, I haven't done anything since it.
Like, No, he was Malekith.
Yeah.
So basically, they asked him other questions, and I saw a TikTok where they had a really funny reaction to it. Like, one of the questions, he pretty much just tells the person to fuck off. And then there's another one, and he talks about how Billie Piper is the best goddamn actress in the world. And they said, what would it take you for to come back to Doctor Who?
Dr. Hoyt.
Dr. Who? And he just goes, yeah, fire Russell T Davis, fire this person, fire this person, fire this person, fire this person, and then I'll think about it.
Wow.
Just openly said it. Does not
Damn.
give a shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, why would you? Like, because you're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well,
Yeah, so it's
Shooty
good?
Gatwa.
Shooty Gatwa is, oh my God.
How could, like, is it good? Like,
Yeah, it's really good.
why?
So,
Why? Like,
so
what?
everything. So Doctor Who really took a deep dive when Chris Chibnall took over.
He destroyed it with his writing.
Is that
and
the writer? Isn't Mothman Moffat?
Moffat, no, he's
Stephen
been gone for a
Mothman.
while. Chibnall took over.
He
Moffat.
was all the best episodes.
He was. No, so Chibnall took over from him, completely bombed the series. The class and...
What were his, like, doctors?
Yeah,
End of Capaldi and sadly all of Jodie Whittaker.
and Jodie Whittaker was great as a doctor. Really,
The
really
writing
good.
was just atrocious.
The writing was awful.
Did they ever get back to, like... Cause I really loved in that Christopher Eccleston version, because that's the only one I care about. Like, how they put that real dark streak in him.
Yep.
Did that ever come kind of back into it, that he's probably the bad guy?
No, they addressed it, but they never...
That was
Do you know what I mean? That was like
the
that was
50th
popping up, and I was like,
anniversary.
oh, I really like the idea that he's possibly what's
for the,
fucking everything
For
up.
the 50th, they did want to get Eccleston back to be with Matt Smith and David Tennant.
I'm sure because the Doctor's they can hang out together, can't
Yeah,
they?
yeah, to wrap it all up. Unfortunately, yeah,
He said
that
no.
fell through, and they
How
had
did-
the war.
How did they get around? He was only supposed to have a certain amount of regenerations.
Time Lords gave him an infinite amount of regenerations to save them.
God.
Hey,
Wait. So they were the Time Lords, like the King Time Lords, were in trouble. He saved them. They're like, we'll give you a reward.
No, so they were
we'll give
in
you a
an
reward of as many seasons as you want.
They were
mean,
in an alternate reality, and
that's
he was dying on his last
basically what happened.
Yeah, and they went, here you go. And they never said, they tiptoe around it. They go, how many regenerations did we give you again? And it's like,
Yeah. And guess what, Dan?
Does he know?
That was from when the show was good.
yeah.
And then it went bad after that.
But hopefully it'll get better
Well,
again.
And
they
oh my
can't just
God,
stop the IP. It's
it's on a
like killing
great-
Batman. You have to have him come back because it's an IP that,
It's off
sorry,
to a
people
great
who
start.
think that people can die in IPs, they can't.
No.
Yeah. You can watch it on
Money.
Disney Plus.
What?
You can watch it on the new episodes on Disney Plus.
Can I just jump in from not watching it after Matt Smith?
110% you can.
Hang on. No, what was the guy before Matt Smith?
David Tennant.
David Tennant.
This would be right up your alley if you're a David Tennant fan.
Yeah.
Well, not really. I just didn't care. I just thought it was.
Yes, you can watch it.
Yes. There's 3 specials. They're
You know
less
what
than an
I've been
hour
watching
each.
that I loved? Monarch.
Monarch.
The Godzilla show with
By
Kurt
Matt
Russell
Fraction.
and Kurt Russell's son playing the same character.
Hey, so this show's gone really long. Braden,
Hey, why not?
Yeah.
because we're going to get post show yet.
This is the post
So
show.
no, this is wrapping up.
All right, bye.
All right. I also do bad game arts. Go check it out. Quickly do some bad game art. We have bad game arts, Braden.
Yep, I got it prepped and ready. You ready?
All right, let's go. Quick fire. There, man. Good.
Thanks, Instagram. Instagram just won't load.
Oh, I thought that was a joke you were doing.
No, not a joke. That's
a great
legitimately
joke.
what happened.
Anyway, this has been Hack the Dino. Follow us over on all the socials at Hack the Dino. Tell your friends, tell your family. Also, check out Instagram links and hackthedino.com with all the other links. But we will be back in another time and space for you to get our words and eat them alongside a nice quiche. I recommend the cheese one. Dan, what kind of cheese do you like in your quiches?
Jarlsberg.
It's the best. But until next time, remember these words, and really remember these words. They're very important.